Stocks recovered pretty well this first day of October, kicking off the fourth quarter. And least we can say is everything is green, from crypto to oil to, everything is just green across the board, which is good because it means there is a sense of optimism into what the markets and the economy are going, at least for the remaining months of the year. But the most important bullish news we had today is coming from Merck, who's actually had a pretty interesting day today. This is here, gaining 8.4% on the day based on some of the data, based on the research they are doing on the COVID pill. So this is a very interesting news because they're saying, and I was watching this from the Merck CEO yesterday on CNBC or Bloomberg TV, pretty much saying that this is really a game changer as the fight against the pandemic, because not only it reduces the hospitalization rate and the death rate by half. And it's pretty work like a fever pill, or if you have some chills, if you feel like if you get tested positive for COVID, you rush to CVS, or right at home, you get the pill, and it can prevent you from getting to the ICU. And it's definitely a good thing, especially for all of these industries that were beaten down so far in 2020 and haven't really pretty recovered to the full extent, just because people are still, fearing to go back to work, or we have some discrepancies happening here and there. So definitely a bullish thing for some of the part of this industry, the reopening, as I would like to call them. So AMC is definitely part of that. And as a matter of fact, AMC didn't really move that much today, even though we were expecting I was expecting more than a 1% gain today based on this news coming from Merck, but also these other news coming from the company paying $35 million of its most expensive debt. Definitely something interesting here as well, and bullish for the near, medium, and long term of the company. Why? Because one of the big part of the narrative from the short sellers is really about that AMC has too much debt. We've heard time and time, Jim Cramer, for example, mentioned this as one of the downside risk on investing in AMC. So the very fact that the company is making this move and tackling the most expensive debt by reducing the interest is definitely a very good thing. Plus, excuse me, it also means that the business is recovering slowly but surely, because if they have the ability to take out $35 million and pay off interest on that most expensive debt in advance, is definitely a good sign on the business side of things. I know lots of us don't like to hear things about the fundamental side of AMC, but whether you like it or no, guys, short squeeze aside, excuse me, I don't know what's happening. Short squeeze aside, AMC is still a very good company to be invested for the future. Now, there are a lot more things happening in the market, and I want to point you to the shift I've been talking about for the last week now, or the last 2 weeks now. It's really about the energy sector, the reopening trade, some of these stocks. Now that we have this news coming from Merck, American Airlines, for example, gained 5% today. Carnival Cruise Line gained another 4-5% today. And if you look at where energy and financial are, these are definitely where the money is moving from the tech sector into those sectors. Why? Because the reopening is gaining a lot of momentum. And if we do have some inflation getting a little more stickier and not really being temporary, as the Fed mentions, guys, we're talking about getting in low in some of these names now to get big gains moving into the beginning of 2020 and throughout the at least the first half of 2022. So definitely, if you want to gain some swing trades ideas or to put your money to work, definitely I will be looking into the energy sector, the retail sector. Not retail necessarily, but airlines, transportation, entertainment, AMC definitely being one of those. And I think that's why we saw so many buying pressure coming in from the ETFs, the funds, and some of the vanguards, the Schwab funds buying some more chunks of shares of AMC lately. So guys, this will wrap up, this market update for today, and definitely expect more news coming into AMC because we definitely have more, juicy information to share with you on that front.